Hey guys, so in today's video I wanted to do a little advice video. These are just some things that I follow when I want to get things done, want to just get it out of the way, I don't want to procrastinate, and overall it just feels rewarding when you finish it. Keep in mind these all really interconnect in some way. It's kind of just like a step-by-step of how you stay motivated and over time make it into a habit. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So tip number one, what I like to do is write it down. So whenever it comes to wanting to do something, I like to write it down because number one, you have it and you don't forget it. And number two, you see it right there, and writing it down just sets the objective clear that, okay, you have to do this and you're gonna go forward with this, and you kind of see it in paper and you visualize, okay, how is this going to go, or how you're going to do this. Also, writing things down kind of reminds me of journaling, and honestly, journaling is also a really crucial thing because journaling is very helpful for writing things down, reflecting, and just getting your thoughts in order. So I say write it down, understand the objective / what needs to be done, and we move forward from that. So tip number two is connected to the first point, and it basically is breaking the objective down. So what I mean by that is that sometimes we get really caught up in everything that we need to do that we kind of just put everything all at once, and that's why we procrastinate, because it feels very overwhelming. So say you have a huge essay that you haven't finished or even haven't started, and you procrastinate because you kind of worry about having to do it and you don't really want to do it, but then as the deadline comes you feel a sense of urgency that you just have to do it, and then it overwhelms you because you should have used those days to actually be writing, accumulate all the information rather than doing it all at once. You know what I mean? So what I mean by breaking it down, I mean that you should really try breaking down the idea and do a little bit every single day. So whether it's for a school assignment, if you have a huge project due, you want to break it down into small parts and say you have a week to do it. So, and if there's different sections, just try doing little by little every day, or even if you don't even feel like doing that, just search up the topic, get some information on it, and kind of just begin from there. Tell yourself, okay, I'll do a little bit. It'll be better than doing nothing, because then you actually get into the flow and kind of begin doing it, if that makes sense. So yeah. So tip number three is basically creating a routine or starting the process of making this into a habit. So say that you want to wake up early and you want to exercise at that time. So just like brushing your teeth or getting to bed at a certain time, which may not apply to a lot of people, but kind of starting out small and reminding yourself that you're going to do it every single day is what's going to make it into a habit. So just like brushing your teeth or getting ready at a certain time and stuff like that. And for some people, doing their homework at a certain time, if that makes sense. What I like to use is Notion to kind of schedule my tasks and be notified of what needs to happen. And since you'll have that, you'll kind of begin to implement it into your day and kind of have an established routine over time. So yeah. Tip number four, personally what I like to do is sometimes if there are moments where you're not really feeling like doing something, so whether it comes to not doing my homework, not doing assignments, not wanting to get some physical activity, sometimes I like to rather look at videos rather than actually trying to get straight into it, because sometimes getting straight into it might feel exhausting. So when you watch someone else doing something, say exercise or doing homework, those study videos, it kind of puts you in a position where it's like you're the one who's exercising or you're the one who's studying, and that kind of gives you the momentum to actually begin and makes you think, if they can do it, why can't I? If that makes sense. So yeah. So tip number 4 is to find inspiration. So sometimes if I just don't feel like doing something, which understandably it does happen, I like to go online and search up videos of people doing it, whether it's exercising, whether it's studying, or things like that. Because in a way, when you watch these YouTube videos, you're kind of putting yourself in the sense that what you're watching is what you're actually doing. So it puts you in the position that I'm actually doing this, and it kind of gives you that boost, or I guess drive, to begin doing the task. So yeah. The last tip is to just stay positive with the whole process. I know it's cliche, I hear it all the time, just stay positive, but what I mean by that is a lot of people get so consumed, especially me, or a lot of people get consumed whether it's like, oh, I didn't wake up the designated time I wanted, or I didn't do my homework the time I wanted, and it's now late and my whole schedule is messed up, and then I worry because I let myself down and I'm thinking, why shouldn't I have done this earlier? When you get into that cycle, you kind of just waste more time worrying about, oh my gosh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, rather than actually just moving on, reminding yourself that it does happen and to just begin actually getting it done. I think that really listing down your accomplishments too, and everything that you have done over the past month or week or whenever your goal is, kind of reminds yourself to be more optimistic about the goals that you have done, rather than always putting yourself down on the things that you haven't done yet, or the things you failed on, or the things that you didn't do right, or anything like that. If you spend more time condemning yourself over the things you haven't done, then you're kind of being put in a position that's like your mindset is like, okay, I can't do this, I can't do that. And rather than just wasting time on letting yourself down, understand that it is normal. A lot of people that you see online talk about it, and just continue to move forward from there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These were just some tips that I mentioned that I implement to stay motivated or try to build a routine or make new habits. Let me know if this has helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, bye!